Good evening, and welcome back to SleepWise. Tonight, we take a gentle walk into a world that hums softly beneath our modern lives. You may not see it when you scroll, stream, or send a message, but somewhere far away, a quiet building glows in the night. Inside, rows of silent machines breathe in rhythm, cool air flowing between them like ocean tides. These are data centers, the hidden temples of the digital age. So, take a deep breath, let your shoulders loosen, and allow your thoughts to drift as we wander through the glowing corridors of the world's information heart. Imagine a vast plain under a silver sky. A single building stands there, windowless, silent. From the outside it looks simple, steel, concrete, calm. But inside, it's alive. Cool air flows through white aisles. Tiny lights blink, green, amber, blue, like stars flickering in a man-made constellation. Each light represents a heartbeat, a whisper of data passing from one mind to another. Your favorite song, a photograph, or hospital record, a distant hello, all of it quietly stored here, wrapped in threads of code and electricity. These places are built for stillness. Noise is the enemy of focus. Heat here is the enemy of speed. So, engineers create harmony. Air conditioners sigh. Cables rest in gentle arcs. Servers hum like 1,000 soft bees in a meadow of glass. Every movement inside is measured. Even the air's journey is mapped. Entering cold, leaving warm, cycling endlessly like a digital breath. Outside, vast fans rotate beneath a pale moon, pushing warm air into the night sky. The rhythm never stops. It is constant, patient, precise. A quiet pulse that keeps the world awake, so we may rest, dream, and stay connected. For a moment, imagine the sound, a soft hum, steady, unhurried, like distant ocean waves meeting a metallic shore. Perhaps the faint click of switches, the sigh of cooling systems, the heartbeat of the cloud. Let that sound blend with your breathing, in and out. Cool air enters the servers, warm air leaves. The same balance exists within you. Energy in motion, heat exchanged for calm. Long ago, before the age of the internet, information lived on paper in libraries and ledgers. A letter might take weeks to cross the ocean. Now, a single pulse of light carries entire histories. Inside a data center, that light flows through fiber, hair-thin strands of glass that guide photons faster than thought. Each one a river of invisible motion, each carrying the fragments of 1,000,000 lives. But beneath the circuits, there is something deeply human, the need to remember, to share, to build connections that outlast distance. Every server here is a kind of storyteller. It remembers what we ask it to remember, a laugh, a dream, a piece of music from years ago. And though it feels mechanical, its purpose is tender, to preserve what we care about. These centers are built all over the earth, in icy northern lands where cold air helps them breathe, beneath mountains and deserts, beside rivers that power them. Some are cooled by the sea itself, their pipes reaching into deep water, where the temperature never changes. The people who design them speak quietly about efficiency, latency, and uptime. But behind those words lies a simple truth, that all of this exists so that connection never fades. A call can reach across continents. A heartbeat can be shared in real time. And the world, though vast, feels small enough to hold in your hand. Now, picture the lights once more. Each blink is a person somewhere, sending love or learning or laughter. From billions of hearts to billions more, a constellation of connection, stretching endlessly across the planet, and somehow, through all that motion, you are part of it too. So tonight, as you drift toward sleep, remember that far away, a quiet building glows. Inside, gentle currents of light flow through silver wires and tiny crystals. They carry our stories, our memories, our digital whispers. The hum never stops. Steady, patient, eternal. Let that constancy comfort you. The world keeps breathing, data keeps flowing, and you are safe to rest. Close your eyes and let the soft pulse of the world's hidden heart guide you into dreams. In the quiet hours before dawn, the data center is its own universe. Rows of humming machines breathe like sleeping animals, drawing cool air in, pushing warmth out, a cycle as steady as your own. If you listen, the hum becomes a song, a deep, resonant tone, flowing through cables and fans, whispering 1,000 simultaneous stories. Imagine walking these aisles, feeling the gentle push of cold air on your skin. Every server blink is someone, somewhere, saving a memory, sharing a laugh, sending a message that will change a life. Tiny lights flicker like distant stars in a man-made sky, each one a connection, a moment, a piece of joy or sorrow waiting to be rediscovered. Think of the people who care for these machines, technicians moving quietly in the half-light, adjusting cables, listening for changes in pitch, calming the servers like tender nurses so that data can keep flowing. They tend this garden of machines, knowing that beyond these walls, millions of hearts depend on them. They walk between glass and metal, feeling the pulse of the internet in the soles of their shoes. Outside, cooling towers exhale clouds of mist into the night. Rivers and oceans lend their chill to the machines. Wind turbines spin on distant hills, feeding quiet power into the server's veins. Even the earth itself plays a part in this hidden ecosystem, absorbing the warmth of the processors, cradling the cables that carry the world's stories. Every element, air, water, earth, and electricity, works in concert, so you can drift into dreams, knowing that your digital memories are safe. Sometimes the data center feels like a library, only instead of books, there are invisible volumes of lives, photographs from birthdays, letters written in love, the sound of a grandmother's laugh, the rhythm of a favorite song. It is a repository of everything we hold dear, and it exists to preserve those things. long after we forget them ourselves. As you lie in bed, let this knowledge comfort you. Far away, quiet hands and humming machines are keeping watch. They are holding our stories in trust, and you are connected by light and code and care to every other soul on the planet, in a web that never breaks, in a silence that holds our shared humanity. Picture the journey of a single message, traveling through a maze of glass and light from one data center to another. It races down strands of fiber, thinner than a hair, bends around corners, dives beneath oceans, climbs mountains, crosses deserts, before it arrives at its destination. In less than a heartbeat, a thought has traveled farther than any human could in a lifetime. Each of those cables is like a thread of fate, connecting distant lives. A child learning a new language, a doctor reading vital signs, a poet sharing her words. All rely on this unseen infrastructure. The cables stretch across continents. They lie hidden under city streets. They snake through forests and fields. The pulse within them is relentless, steady, a testament to our determination to remain in touch. Imagine hovering above the planet, seeing the network of light that springs from data centers everywhere. In the polar dusk, a facility gleams like a jewel, its roof lined with frost, each exhale a vapor, glittering. In a desert, a complex stands solitary, its servers kept cool by deep wells of water, drawn from far beneath the sand. On a coastline, a center hums near the sea, its heat exchanged with currents that have been moving since time began. Wherever they are, these buildings are bridges between physical place and digital space. They connect voices, ideas, and hearts. They are the beating heart of an empire of information. And while you sleep, they work tirelessly, transforming pulses of electricity into meaning and memory. The hum you cannot hear is the heartbeat of our shared dreams. So, when you close your eyes tonight, remember that you are not alone. Your last text, your saved photo, the song you love, they are all resting safely in these quiet temples of technology. Feel gratitude for the hands that build and maintain them, for the resources that power them, for the silent unity they bring to our world. Let that sense of connection soften the edges of your thoughts. Take a deep breath, release your concerns, and trust in the quiet constancy of the world's hidden heart. Drift into sleep with the hum of the data centers as your lullaby, knowing that all is well and that tomorrow, when you wake, the connections will still be there, ready to carry your voice once more across the span of the earth. In the quiet of the night, imagine the life of a single bit of data. It is not a thing you can hold, but a pulse of light or a whisper of electricity. It leaves a fingertip, a keyboard, a camera lens, and begins a journey through glass and wire, through routers and switches, through cities and oceans, to find its home inside a fiber optic cable. That bit is a photon, a particle of light bouncing down a glass corridor, reflecting off the walls, nudged along by tiny imperfections, moving faster than thought. It joins billions of others, a stream of light pulses, some saying yes, some saying no, together, forming our words, our images, our feelings. The binary language, just zeros and ones, contains every song you love, every message you send, every memory you save. For a brief moment, that bit is in two places at once. It is in one data center, and then its twin appears in another. We call it redundancy. It is a kind of magic we have built, each bit mirrored, copied again and again, so that nothing is ever truly lost. Even if one path is damaged, another carries the light. Even if one machine rests, another keeps humming. This is how data centers hold our lives in trust. There are invisible guardians, too. Error-correcting codes. Watch over those streams of light, checking them for mistakes, gently nudging them back into place. When a photon flickers, the bits travel in groups, helping one another, like friends on a journey, like birds in formation. And as they travel, they are accompanied by our intentions, our hopes, our emotions. Think of all the feelings that ride on those pulses of light, a whispered, "I miss you," a photograph of a child's first steps, the instructions for a medicine, a song that once comforted you and now comforts someone else. Each tiny piece of data carries with it a fragment of humanity, a weightless cargo of meaning. When we say our lives are digital, what we really mean is that we have found a way to weave our stories into beams of light. Now, imagine all those beams converging in a data center. They arrive, are sorted, are stored in memory cells that are only molecules thick. They rest there, waiting to be called back by another journey. And while they rest, they are kept cool, kept safe, surrounded by air that moves with the rhythm of the machines. They are at peace, like letters in an archive, like seeds in a vault, waiting for you whenever you need them. Knowing this, let the thought of bits and photons become a lullaby. Let yourself feel secure in the knowledge that your memories are not scattered to the wind, but are held gently in the quiet heart of the internet, ready to be recalled. When morning comes, breathe in, breathe out, and feel yourself part of this vast humming story. The data center is not just a machine. It is a quiet guardian, a sentinel watching over our digital lives. It stands at the edge of a city, or nestled in a forest, or hidden in a mountain, and it watches the sun rise and set without ever closing its eyes. Inside its walls, the hum of servers is like a heartbeat, steady, patient, never missing a beat. It is the sound of continuity, of promises kept. The cables that enter its doors are like rivers, bringing new stories, new memories, new connections. The cables that leave are like tributaries, sending knowledge back into the world. Within this flow, there is a stillness. The data center itself is a place of calm, a sanctuary of technology, where noise is minimized, heat is controlled, light is kept dim so that the servers can think. We often imagine technology as fast and fleeting, but here, in this hidden space, it is slow and deliberate. Each decision, how to cool, how to power, how to protect, is made with care. Engineers walk softly, their footsteps echoing in halls lined with blinking eyes. They know that what they do affects millions. They work quietly because they understand the sacredness of holding other people's memories. Outside, a gentle rain might fall, or perhaps snow drifts against the concrete walls. Wind whispers through trees. Clouds pass over the stars. The data center continues to hum. Birds sleep in nests nearby. Foxes curl up in dens. All the while, data flows, unseen, through the cables underground, through the air in microwaves, through satellites in space. We are connected, whether we are awake or asleep. As you lie in bed, imagine the data center as a lighthouse on the shore of a digital sea. Its beam is not light, but the steady hum of servers guiding messages safely home. Imagine it as a lullaby sung by machines and by the people who care for them. They are singing without words. We are here. We are watching. We will keep your memories safe. Let that lullaby wash over you. With every breath, let go of a piece of your day. With every exhale, let go of a worry. Feel gratitude for the invisible web that holds us together. Feel the gentle pull of the world's hidden heart. Allow the hum to become softer, distant, like waves on a shore. Allow your thoughts to drift like bits of data, finding a place to rest. Soon, there will be only quiet. The servers will continue to hum. The lights will continue to blink. The air will continue to flow. But you will be far away, traveling in dreams. Trust that the world continues to spin, that the connections remain, that your stories are safe. And when you wake, you will return to a world where the data centers have watched over you through the night, and you will feel that you have rested in the embrace of a silent, tireless friend. In a data center, time feels different. While outside, seasons change. The servers keep a steady rhythm. Inside these walls, winter does not bring a chill. Summer does not bring heat. The climate is constant, so the machines can remember without interruption. Each processor is a kind of clock. Each hard drive is a kind of diary. They record and record without forgetting. They hold the past in perfect detail. A photograph from 10 years ago, a poem written at midnight, an email you sent to a friend who lives across an ocean. They hold it all exactly as it was. Time does not erode them, as it erodes our memories. Imagine walking in a forest, seeing the rings of an old tree. Each ring is a year of life, weathered by storms, nurtured by sunlight. In the same way, each layer of data is a ring in your digital tree. You are leaving traces of yourself, a legacy, a record. Long after the day has faded, long after the memory has blurred, the data remains, waiting to remind you of who you were, of what you loved. There is comfort in this continuity. There is a kind of kindness in being able to revisit a moment from the past. But there is also a gentle challenge to remember that not every memory needs to be held forever. The data center reminds us that we can choose what to keep and what to let go. Your files do not define you. They are simply reflections, snapshots, things you've gathered along the way. As you breathe tonight, think about the river of time. It flows in one direction, always toward the future. You cannot hold on to it, no matter how hard you try, but you can place your stories in the care of the data center, so they are not lost. You can allow yourself to drift downstream without fear. Every memory you wish to keep can be stored like a seed in a vault, and every experience you wish to release can be let go like a leaf on the water. The data center is a guardian of time. It exists so that we may remember without clinging, so that we may let go without losing what matters most. It holds our stories until we are ready to return to them, and in doing so, it frees us to live, to dream, to sleep without worry. As you sink deeper into your pillow, let the idea of time unfurl in your mind. Let it stretch like a ribbon spooling out behind you. Feel how light you become when you allow yourself to trust that your memories are safe. Feel how quiet the world becomes, how still. When you stop reaching back and start moving forward, close your eyes and drift with the river of time. Look up at the night sky. See the stars glittering above you. Each star is a blazing sphere of gas and light, burning for millions of years. Now imagine a data center as a kind of star on Earth. It does not burn, but it glows with tiny points of light blinking in its dark interior. Those lights are like constellations. Each pattern has meaning. Each connection tells a story. From a distance, they are beautiful, a galaxy of human experience. Up close, they are functional. They keep our world connected, informed, awake. It is a celestial dance hidden in steel and concrete. You may not realize it, but every time you send a message, a tiny flash of light travels across the world. Every time you search for an answer, a beam of light reaches into the archive and returns with knowledge. Every time you look at a photograph, you are witnessing light that has been stored and re-released just for you. We have learned to harness light as a language. Think about that for a moment. We speak with light. We remember with light. We comfort one another with light. It is as though we have woven our lives into the fabric of the universe, Stars burn light. Planets reflect light. And we have found a way to turn light into love, into laughter, into learning. As you lie in the dark, you are still bathed in the glow of connections. You cannot see it, but you can trust it. It surrounds you like a blanket. It whispers like a lullaby. It tells you that you are not alone, that you are part of something vast, beautiful, and enduring. Allow yourself to let go into that vastness. Let the hum of the data center merge with the hum of the stars. Let the rhythm of your breath match the rhythm of the servers. Let the tiny lights in the machines become the tiny lights in your mind, flickering as you dream. Sleep is a journey too. It is a voyage into an inner universe where memories are processed, where emotions are soothed, where you become whole again. As you begin that voyage, know that the data centers will keep watch. They will hum and glow while you rest. And when you return, they will be there, steady, patient, full of light. So close your eyes and drift toward the stars. Feel the safety of the unseen network. Feel the warmth of connection. Feel the silence of the machines and the silence of the night. Sleep well, knowing that you are cradled in a universe of light. Your own mind is a kind of data center inside your skull. Billions of neurons fire softly, storing and recalling memories, integrating sensations, weaving together the story of your life. Each neuron is like a server, holding information, making connections, humming quietly in the background. This network defines your sense of self. All day long, your mind is busy processing experiences, filing away memories, adjusting to new information. But at night, it needs to rest. It needs to sift through the day to decide what to keep and what to release. It is no accident that dreams often blend fragments of the day with deeper memories. Your brain is doing its own housekeeping, its own backups, its own defragmentation while you sleep. The digital data centers never sleep. They hum on steadily, holding on to our photos, our messages, our work. They do not dream, but they allow us to dream by holding what we need so that our minds can let go. When you send a file to the cloud, you free your brain from the need to remember every detail. You create space for imagination, for reflection, for rest. In this way, there is a partnership between your mind and the digital world. Your mind holds the meaning, the emotions, the warmth of memories. The data centers hold the details, the pixels, the words. Together, they create a complete record. One is organic, alive, changing. The other is mechanical, constant, steady. They complement one another, each doing what the other cannot. Take a moment to appreciate your own internal hum. If you listen closely, you can sense the subtle rhythms of your heartbeat, the soft whisper of your breath. Your neurons are firing, even now, even as you slow down. They are preparing you for rest, for healing, for the deep integration that happens in sleep. Notice how your head feels heavier on the pillow. Notice how your shoulders sink deeper into the mattress. This is your body letting go. This is your mind trusting the process. You do not need to hold on to every thought. You do not need to replay every moment of the day. The data center will hold what you need to remember, and your dreams will weave the rest into a tapestry of understanding. Ask yourself, how would it feel to truly let go for a night, to trust the outside world, to carry the lights and hums, to trust your own mind, to sort and heal? It might feel like floating. It might feel like diving into a gentle ocean. It might feel like freedom. Allow that feeling to spread. Imagine the files of your day being gently filed away. Imagine your mind closing its cabinets, turning off its lights. Imagine the data centers taking over the watch, their hum melding with your dreams. You are safe. You are cared for. You can surrender to sleep. We have journeyed together through the hidden heart of the internet. We have walked through aisles of servers, heard the hum of machines, felt the cool air, seen the tiny lights blinking like stars. We have followed bits of data as they traveled across the world. We have watched cables as they carried our stories. We have imagined the guardians who keep watch over our memories. We have thought about time, about redundancy, about trust. Now it is time to come back to yourself. Feel the weight of your body on the bed. Feel the gentle gravity that keeps you grounded. Feel the softness of the sheets, the warmth of the blankets. These sensations anchor you in the present moment. They remind you that you are here, safe, ready to rest. Outside, the data centers continue their work. They glow and breathe. They will hold your photos, your words, your digital footprint. They will mirror your files, correct your errors, send messages on their way. Outside, the world spins, the earth turns, stars wheel overhead, and here, in your room, there is nothing you need to do except breathe. Let your breath become your only job, in and out, slowly, gently, like waves on a beach. Each inhale brings fresh air, fresh energy. Each exhale releases tension, releases thought. With each breath, your body softens. With each breath, your mind quiets. With each breath, you sink deeper into the mattress. Think of the data center hum as a lullaby. It is a low, steady note that plays in the background of your life. You do not hear it, but you know it is there. It is the sound of reliability, of constancy, of connection. In your imagination, let that hum merge with the sound of your own heartbeat. Let them become one rhythm, steady, calm, eternal. Notice how your eyelids become heavier. Notice how the muscles around your mouth relax. Notice how the space between your thoughts grows wider. You are entering a space between wakefulness and sleep. It is a soft place, a safe place, where you can rest without effort. You are slipping into it with grace. There is no rush. There is no right way to fall asleep. The data center will not stop humming. If you take a little longer, your memories will not drift away. If you linger at the edge, trust your body's timing. Trust your mind's wisdom. Trust the world's hidden heart. It is beating with yours, always. Soon, your awareness will dissolve like sugar in water. You will drift into dreams, into a state where time is fluid, where images are free. You may find yourself in strange places, telling new stories, making new connections, and all the while, the data centers will keep watch, quietly, tirelessly, faithfully. Let that thought be your final anchor. The world is held. Your life is held. You are held. You can let go fully, completely. You can surrender to the deep rest that you deserve. Sleep well. Dear listener, good night.